going on, everyone? It's Dave from S.M.A.R.T Fitness. Today we're going to bring you guys our first Q&A. I got questions for Luke, and he's got answers. For those of you that don't know, this is Luke.
I've been featured in a few videos. I'm a regular.
He's pretty much the greatest to make videos with.
Yes.
For any of you that care, he's actually the one that does most of the editing for these videos, if not all the editing, actually. So anyways, we'll get started here. Luke's actually started doing a cut right now. I decided to stay strong and do a bulk. So I've actually come up with a couple questions for him in his time of getting small. So, what kind of a, he decides to go about and start doing intermittent fasting. So can you go ahead and tell us what intermittent fasting is all about, Luke?
Yes, I can.
I heard it's a new fad, or not even fad, I guess you could call it all the new rage.
Yeah, kind of. It is where you basically have a fasting period and an eating period. And so a pretty common one right now is leangains, which I'm doing, which is 8 hours of eating and then 16 hours of fasting.
Cool. Why did you decide to do this?
Mostly because of the results I saw people getting with it. Like, there's lots of forums and stuff on the internet, and people who do it, they seem to... Well, the main thing is, I guess, people claim they can keep most of their strength while doing it, while still cutting down to a pretty shredded state. So if I can get that,
okay, well that's the goal. We're gonna come back to that in a couple seconds.
Plus the other benefits that, based on studies, I'm not sure how true they are, but there's other things.
Go ahead. I was just gonna ask you what are the benefits of this. So
the other ones, like improved cardiovascular health without actually doing cardiovascular activity. Apparently.
How does that work? That doesn't sound logical to me. Your heart rate is not increasing. From what I understand, though, with your workouts, you're doing anywhere from 3 to 5 minute breaks.
Yeah.
So that sounds more like a strength lifting program per se.
Yeah, you'd think so.
So how would your cardiovascular strength be improving with something like this?
That's the same question I would have. But apparently that's what some stuff, they've been studying that, I don't know.
Who's been studying this?
You've stumped me, I don't know. I haven't read all the studies, but apparently that's what the main guy who started leangains, named Martin Berkham.
For any of you want to look him up.
Yeah, he's a big proponent of all this stuff, and he keeps citing on his website all these studies supporting the stuff. So yeah, the stuff he says and these studies claim is improved brain function, improved cardiovascular health, less risk of disease and cancer, improved growth hormone levels.
Well, that one I can actually understand. The growth hormone levels, yeah, and the improved,
cardiovascular, brain health, cancer, disease resistance.
The cancer and disease resistance. There's actually a couple studies that I've been told about in my nutrition class we were talking about right now. Those saying that if you actually have that eating window and you control what you're eating, it actually improves your health as well. So that one I can see, but the cardiovascular, that just throws me off.
We could look it up later.
Yeah, but we'll get back to you guys on that one with an answer in our next video.
And there's several other things too, but those are the main ones that I can remember off the top of my head.
So could you also tell me why with this intermittent fasting, guys, Luke's cycling his carbs and his fats. He's always having high protein days, but he's got some days where he's got really high carbs or high in proportion to a cut, and other days where his fats are a lot higher than everything else. So can you tell me what the rationale is behind why you're doing this?
Once again, the science behind that, I'm not 100% sure. I'm mostly doing it just because that's the protocol of the program, and people have been getting really good results from doing that. So I'm just doing it as an experiment right now to see how it works on my own body. We'll see how it actually does end up working. But some stuff that I've heard is that on your workout days, you use those carbohydrates for your energy source, which makes sense. But then on your rest days, since you're having low carbohydrates, that your body's using your stored fats as energy.
Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah,
bodies,
but
keto bodies.
Yeah. So how effective that is or how true that is, I couldn't comment. I'm not a science. Well, I used to know science, but.
Are your calories still being the same then, though? Because if you're having these high fat days where your calories are actually amounting to more than what it would have been with your carbs, that kind of counteracts it because you're going to have different calories, right? So are they the exact same or relatively similar?
No. On the workout days, calories are higher. On the rest days, calories are lower.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you notice any difference, though? With
so far,
the way that you're feeling, having high fat days versus
because people say on low carb days they feel cranky or tired and stuff. I haven't felt that yet, and it's been over a month. I've been doing it for a month and a week now.
Okay.
So far it's been fine, but we will see. I'll keep.
What about your lifts? Are you noticing you're losing strength?
Possibly a little bit, but it could just be like a day-to-day difference. Except I haven't like gone down consistently in every lift, but since I've started, if anything, I've gone up in. I've done on one of the workouts what we were doing yesterday, or I was doing yesterday with you, was when I was doing the weighted pull-ups and weighted dips. Those have gone up, but my bench press has kind of remained around the same. My deadlift around the same. My squat has kind of been around the same. It varies. When I first started, I went too heavy, and then so I kind of deloaded. But since I've deloaded, I've been progressing upwards again.
Okay. Do you think anything that has anything to do with the fact that you went from high volume, where you're doing like 4 or 5 sets and like 4 or 5 exercises, to pretty much 3 or 4 exercises and having 3-minute breaks? So technically, your lifts have gone down because you've hit the muscles a lot less harder.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
In terms of strength, well, yeah, maybe. Because, I wasn't training for strength beforehand when I was bulking. I was doing more hypertrophy stuff, so it's not like I can really judge the exact same way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You feel me?
So would you say that your cut overall is a success?
So far, it's going okay, but it's only been a month, and I want to keep going. I'm not as shredded as possible yet, and that is the goal.
I mean, I wouldn't say you're shredded at all right now.
I'm not shredded at all. I'm still chunky. I still have high body fat and low muscle, which is the best.
Forever small syndrome at its finest, boys.
So, but so far, it's going all right, yeah.
And what was your goal weight that you wanted to hit here?
I don't really have one. I just want to do it until I feel my body fat is low enough, which I'm not at yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can respect that. So guys, I'm going to give you my opinion on this right now. I don't know if I completely agree with this whole high carbs, high fats. The intermittent fasting, I definitely agree with it wholeheartedly. I'm actually going to do that myself in my next cut. I agree with the science behind it. But the rationale behind having like 30 grams of carbs on days that you're not lifting, and then going over to like 160 grams of fat. Like, how many grams of fat are you eating a day right now?
Like today, I'd probably be around 130, 140. It's pretty high.
See, and like,
and
does it differentiate between saturated fats and trans fats, or are you just going whatever you want?
Yeah, based on just macros, whatever. So obviously for your own health, you shouldn't be eating like crappy fats.
If you're just gonna, it doesn't seem realistic to eat that 130 calories or grams, worth of fat, where you're not going to be having at least like 30% of it being saturated fats or trans fat.
Yeah.
If somehow you are getting it healthy, like polyunsaturated or monounsaturated fats, I can see that being beneficial. But at the same time, your body's going to digest it the same. It's just going to work harder to get rid of those fats into energy sources. So why not have it as a healthy source of carbs? Just you're going to have a little bit more carbs and a little bit less fats. To me, that it doesn't sound 100% logical and sound. Like, nothing against you there, Luke, but it doesn't sound logical to me.
Yeah.
If you guys could give me your insight on that, it'd be great. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe I'm thinking about this completely incorrectly. I don't know. It seems kind of strange to me. If it works for Luke, great.
Right now it's like an experiment, so we'll just see what the results are.
Yeah.
I didn't even look super into like all the science behind it. I just wanted to give it a try because
the whole improved cardiovascular aspect just does not make sense to me either. You're doing no cardio. You're doing longer break time, less lifts. Like, for God's sakes, you're not even sweating when I'm seeing you at the gym working out half the time. You're leaving, you look like you got a little bit of grease on you, but that's pretty much it. So, to me, it's kind of...
It could also be just because it's getting cold now outside as well. Because the gym in the summer, it's like so hot in there, and I'm breaking a sweat within 5 minutes.
Alright guys, let me get your take on it. I don't want to keep you here all day. I just want to give you a quick little intro to Luke's cut, as well as my take on it. Different way to go about cutting. So let me know what you guys have to say. Stay strong, keep lifting, and I'll talk to you guys soon.